this particular video, I'm going to focus on the surface called the Artist Mix. I love it. An 8 fader control surface. Very, again, small footprint. So what I'm going to focus on is really the 4 or 5 main things you're going to want to know so that you can quickly get up and running. Okay, let's do it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the layout of the Artist Mix surface. First of all, touch sensitive faders right here at the bottom part of the screen. Right here are the assign buttons, so I can quickly assign a track. These are my record enable buttons right here. And as I go up the strip, I've got solos, I've got mutes. In this case, it says on, but when it's on, the track is on. If I take it and it's not highlighted, it's off or it's muted. And up top, these are my pan knobs. Now over here, I have my selector switches. I have pan at the bottom, aux or sends in Pro Tools, dedicated dynamics or EQ plugins, inserts, and channel mode. Channel mode is really powerful, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Down here, it's really important I have what they call a shift button. And basically all of these buttons and knobs and things, the majority of them are dual function knobs. So to get to the second function, you'll see it first of all labeled in blue. And to get to that second function, you simply hold shift and then press whatever it is. Now over here on the far right side of the board, I have my bank buttons and my track nudge buttons right here. Now also right up here at the top, we have our transport area, and again, it's labeled in blue at the bottom. So if I wanted to start playback, I can hold shift, and here's the play button. So now let's look at a couple of common mixing tasks that we can do with the surface. I'm gonna go to another locate, bring up some other tracks, and what we want to do now is just focus on sends. So I go to the aux button right here. Boom. So now in my top display, I'm seeing all the various sends for whatever the track is. And if I wanted to add, let's say we want to add a send, and I do. First of all, you want to focus a track. This track is already highlighted over here, and this is a saxophone track. But what I can do now is I can go and I hold these 2 buttons up here. They say page on them. You hold both of them together, and this puts me into channel mode. So now in my display, I'm seeing a single channel, this channel that's focus, just the sax channel. And I'm seeing all of the sends for that one single channel. So I can simply go in here and find an available send. I'll choose A and just go through the process. I want to send it to a bus, and I'll use plate. So now we'll go back to our main view. And I'm looking at plate up here so I can get to the level of that particular send. Simple, right? And again, if I needed to have a little more control, I can always flip by holding shift, and the dual function for this channel button is flip. So now we flipped it, so now I have a fader that will control the level. So let's flip it back and let's take a listen to this sax and see what we've done here. So we add some verb to it. There it is, dry. Let's take a look at the process of dealing with inserts now. And it's really basically the same thing. So what we'll do now is we'll go to insert mode right here. And now the display has changed. I'm seeing the first insert, in this case, across all the tracks. And you can always page through. If I'm looking at insert A, now I can look at insert B, insert C, and down the line. And you just page through right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the bass track, and we'll add an insert or a plug-in to the bass track. So first of all, I select it. I hold these 2 buttons together. Boom, they're flashing. So now I'm in that mode where I can insert a plug-in. Insert A was already used, so I'll choose insert B, and we just go down the line. I want a plug-in. I'll take a dynamics plug-in, and let's do this 6030 plugin from McDSP. So we bring that up. I'll jump back out. So I'm looking at normal mode again. And there's the plugin. There's my bass part. I'm in B. I can see the 6030. I can bring it up onto the screen. And there it is. And I'll zoom back out. And puts all of the parameters for the plugin across the display. So I can get to the various compression types, or I can get to threshold, whatever it is I need. Let's jump back up here. I think I'll go for the U670, and I'll hit play, and let's see, this is on the bass. So we've got the bass kind of compressed a little bit. Let's go ahead and I'll bring the threshold back a little bit. I'll bring up the output some. And let's see what it's doing. Now it's easy to get to the common tasks that you do in basic mixing right here on the surface. In fact, if you want more control over Pro Tools, you should definitely check out the Artist Control. That gives you full-on touchscreen and a lot more tags directly into the Pro Tools software. But for basic mixing functionality, hey, this Artist Mix is pretty cool. Anyway, my name is Brian Carter. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.